Hello, Jayco family, and welcome back to our 12th episode in this leadership testimonial series. I'm your internal communications specialist, Hannah Golahowski, and today with us we have Steve Claude, the VP of Customer Service. Okay, Steve, could you share with us how you got into the RV industry and then what kind of led you to your position as VP of Customer Service here at Jayco?
My background's very dynamic. Started out as a tool and die maker, got a degree in engineering and business, some Six Sigma leaders, black belt certification, lean leadership certification, and I came out of the automotive and aerospace industries.
Oh, neat.
And moved up here in 2010 to run operations for Spartan Motors at Utilimaster. When I was looking for a career change, moving my family from Dayton, Ohio up to here, I wasn't really looking to move again. I think that's the worst thing in the world, moving.
Definitely.
So I thought, well, let me look what's in the area, and Jayco's reputation, how they treat people, the family environment. I thought, I'll send my resume there to see if they have somebody with my talents.
Why not?
Came in here with the intent of being the senior director of continuous improvement for the entire organization.
Oh, wow.
And after about a month and a half of being here, Daryl Bontrager approached me and said, "Hey, we would love for you to step up into customer service."
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a temporary role to look at driving continuous improvement, but for some reason I was liked and asked to take over customer service for the entire organization. So,
Nice.
Came from an operational background, but this turned out to be a very favorable decision coming here to Jayco.
Absolutely. And so do you mind kind of walking us through some of your key responsibilities as VP of Customer Service?
Well, the key responsibility is very easily to define.
Okay.
After the sale of a unit, my team's job is to give good dealer and customer experience.
Absolutely.
And making sure that they're enjoying their units in the lifestyle so they continue to buy, and have a relationship with our dealerships that encompasses that vision and goal.
Absolutely.
With that, dealer relations, on the road with dealers, constantly talking to them, how we can get better, where the opportunities are. Then I have my team that supports me through multiple departments. We have pre-auths, claims, vendor chargebacks, dealer account management and training, customer service, technical support. We do data analysis for the whole organization on where opportunities are with our products.
Oh, wow.
We manage NHTSA, all compliance for the organization, Qualtrics, getting our customer surveys, feedback, to making sure we're always taking the voice of the customer into our products. Our factory services, so when jobs are too big. For our dealers, we're stepping in to make sure we're taking care of those products. Then it goes to our parts. We got a purchasing team for the parts that aren't identified in our BOMs, getting those set up to take care of the consumer. Our parts team, from order entry to part research, catalog maintenance for our parts catalog, to shipping, warehousing, and logistics.
Absolutely. And maybe you kind of answered this within your last answer, but is there anything specific that just comes to mind that sets Jayco's customer service apart from any, competition, or just in general?
Here's the thing that I think that sets us apart. We spend a lot of time training, evaluating our processes, taking feedback to look at how to improve. We are in continuous, constant process improvements, whether it's simple tasks, how we communicate, what kind of information we're feeding, how we can respond faster, and it's an entire team. So we spend a lot of time training, developing our leadership skills, our lean tools to be able to analyze the business, traveling to dealers, understand how their businesses are, because we see it from the OEM perspective, and it may make sense, but does it make sense on the dealer side? So do we need to adjust our business to support the dealers to where it's user-friendly on their side?
Sure.
So, it's constant feedback and looking for what's that next step. We have 30 to 50 projects always going on.
Wow.
Looking for continuous improvement. And I think that's what makes us different, is that we're not status quo. We're not happy where we are. We are a good company, but we're working to be a great company, taking care of our dealer and customer.
Yeah, never settling is what I'm hearing, and that's great. So I guess then how do you specifically kind of foster that teamwork and collaboration? And maybe that could have also gone with, those training opportunities as well. So
my role is to be a mentor.
Sure.
First off, I got to lead by example. The expectations I put on them, making sure I'm holding myself to those expectations. But after that, it's being a teacher, a mentor, a guide, and taking down the road barriers that come up for my team that they need help to get through to take us to that next level.
Absolutely. And are there any specific kind of ideas or innovations that you and your team have kind of been working on, or that you just would like to highlight?
Well, a new one that I'm just getting ready to announce to all of our dealers. In this industry, our parts and logistics, you can't get the parts fast enough to our dealers.
Sure.
And so we've been constantly working on our supply base, make sure inventory's in place, how fast we turn it out. But one of the gaps out there, which nobody in the industry does, is measure our logistic lead time. What are our good and our poor performing logistics lanes?
Okay.
We now, for the last 2 months, I've been came up with a new measurement where we're getting a feedback loop from all of our vendors when it's dropped off. The parts dropped off at their doorstep. So I know how long it took me to ship it. Now I have the visibility to know how long the total order took from order to doorstep to see where those opportunities are. So it's always looking for those new measurables, new ways to improve from feedback to improve that customer experience. And that's the latest improvement that we're rolling out, and I'm about to announce to all of our dealers.
Well, congratulations. That's super neat. And what would you say you find the most rewarding, or maybe a couple things about just your job here?
Yeah, one of the greatest things about my job here is the family environment of Jayco.
Yeah.
You feel welcome. You feel that your voice is heard. I'm very appreciative. This is a company that, there's checks and balances, but I'm not held back from driving good ideas to improve that customer experience. I have full support from the leadership team. My team has full support of the direction that we're going. And so it's a unified team to the point of a family environment with all the same goals and visions in line, and that's that customer and dealer experience.
Absolutely. And now, outside of work, do you have any hobbies or things you like to do after work?
Well, that's kind of funny because I love the outdoors.
Yeah.
So boating, fishing,
There you go.
hunting, camping, or just going into the backyard
Yeah.
and sitting at a bonfire every evening and just relaxing.
So nice.
You know, the outdoors is it. With my role, you know, I'm not a crowd person.
Sure.
You know, my wife, I'm very loyal to her. If she says, take me to Chicago for the weekend, yes, dear. And I'm like, oh, here we go, the crowd. You know, I love the solitude of outside.
Absolutely.
And enjoying nature. And so anything outdoors is where I spend my time.
No, yeah, I just got some patio furniture for my balcony, and just last night I was sitting out there, and it was just so peaceful and nice. So the
Yep.
solitude is, I like that too. And your last question, if you could master any skill instantaneously, what would it be and why?
That skill, I think it would be listening with intent.
Okay.
You know, constantly listening to see how I can improve, how I could be a better leader, how I can be a better husband, wife, father to my kids, my grandkids. But I think that's an area with most people. It's listening with intent to understand
Yeah.
instead of being very off the cuff, you know, jumping to decisions and not really fully understanding to bring things to a resolution quick. So I would say listening with intent would be.
That's huge. Honestly, I thought you would, maybe say like a superpower or something. So that was a very wholesome and kind answer, and I appreciate that. Well, that's all that we have today. Well, Steve, thank you so much. It has been an absolute pleasure getting to sit and chat with you today. And to the rest of our Jayco family, be sure to stay tuned in for next month's installment of our Leadership Testimonial series.